Hi guys, I'm back today with what Bisou Boutiques is all about. And what I'm all about is mixed media artisan jewelry and how you can change it up with color, torches, paints, paint pens, patinas, acrylics, resin, you name it, you can do it. And you know what? It's easy. It's so easy. So today we're going to do something a lot of people are afraid of and they shouldn't be. I've had other videos about it before, but I'm going to put a little spin on this one. We're going to use a torch today, and we're going to put a little patina a few different ways with darkening patina. And you're going to enjoy this because it's going to be real unique and you're going to have fun with it. So come on over here and let's start torching. Okay guys, so I've set up my little torching studio here, as you can see. I've got a back splash of sorts, which is what it is. It's a big aluminum cookie sheet, whatever it's made of, I don't know, silver. And then I've got another one right in front of it, butted up and next to it. I have a couple of fire bricks, cinder blocks, whatever you want to call them. Got one on the bottom, one on the top. One would be enough, but I like this because it lifts it up a little bit for me. So that's why, you know, it's preference, okay? Also, I have a nasty old bowl full of nasty old water. Why do I have that? It's because you can quench your hot brass in it. You know, just throw it in there and it's instantly cooled down. It works out great. Also, if you get into a little problem, you got some water right there. So that's always want to have your water right there. We're going to do some raw brass, and we're going to make it pretty using a torch. Now, this is not the first time we ever did this in a video. I've got 2 or 3 videos on this, but I kind of think that the way I'm going to show you today is unique enough to step it out on its own again. So what I have is this pretty thing here that I made. See all the pretty patina on that? Can you zoom in on that a little bit, hubby?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can really see it. It's really got some detail. It started out like this. Just pure, clean, raw brass, low brass, 85 copper, 15% zinc. That's what low brass is. That's what we carry at Bisou Boutiques. It's the best kind for doing stuff like this. Anyway, so it started like this, just very plain, and then I took it to this stage with heat and darkening patina. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a bit. Then I have another example I think you'll be curious to know about, is this one. This one came out so awesome. It looks like almost like blackish. I did the back too on that. But then it's got this powdery blue patina, which I think is amazing, and a little bit of copper coming out here from the heat, which that comes from the brass because the brass is mostly copper. Remember that. Brass is mostly copper, 85% copper in most cases. So you got a little bit of copper showing in there, and you have all this great powdery blue stuff. And once again, it started out life like this. But what I did before I got it to here is I got it to here. Now, how did I do that? I ran a torch over it. So let's do that first. Let's run a torch over it and see what we can do. Let's do this one. Okay, I'm going to kind of get up here a little bit. So, all right, it's just clean, raw brass, nothing's on it. All right, and nothing's going to be on it till I get it to turn a little bit. Alrighty, so I've got my little micro torch. This is a, don't ever point this at yourself, by the way, Blazer ES 1000. It's a little bit older model, I think, but I love it. I've had it for a long time. Okay, so I've got my flame coming out. I don't know if you can really see it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's there. Okay. I probably should have put a little bit more stuff in this. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. It's got a blue flame kind of. It's hard for you to see. But I'm not getting like right up here on it. I used to do that a lot, and it took me a lot longer to get the color I wanted, and then I said, see, look at it starting to turn. And then I realized, no, you don't want to do that. You try to keep it right down, you know, on your cinder block. Don't like pull up on it like I just did. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Yeah, you gotta be careful because it is a flame, but it's a pinpoint prick, just a prickle of a flame. And you can see how it's turning this brass all kinds of colors. Some people really like that. They call it rainbow brass. But it's unpredictable, and you just never know what you're going to get. On these pieces, sometimes I'll get color on one side and not on the other. I mean, you just don't know. You can't know. They're just starting out. So I'm going to stop right here. But you can see I've got blue on one side, and I've got this maroon, blue, orangey, yellow,
really nice.
gold. Yeah, it's very pretty, but, you know, it's not the same on both sides, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit this over here. No, I'm going to sit it right here. This is the safe way. I don't do this every day. Can you tell? But anyway, I've done it a lot. Just have to remember, safety, safety, safety. Keep it here pointing toward the back of that, and then you'll have no problems. You won't have any problems.
And remember, don't touch the brass with your bare hands.
Yeah, do not touch. Thank you, Javi, for reminding. Don't touch the brass with your bare hands because that is hot. It will not be hot for long, though. Do you hear that? Shh. Yep.
In the water.
I can actually reach right down in here and pull it up. And it's cool as a cucumber now. Now, when I did that, it caused a little bit of the rainbow color to kind of
fade.
A little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit transient. You know, this torch patina, I've told you before, it's transient, which means that if whatever you do to it, you got to seal it, you got to work with it, you know, because it will change real quick if it gets wet or whatever. You know, but you still got plenty of color on it. See, this brick was still hot a little bit. Not bad, though. So you have to be careful. Okay, so I'm drying this guy. Okay, so now I can go from here. So I'm going to see what I can do to make it look like this. This might be a little difficult, but I'm going to try. I use darkening patina on this, but I've got a lot of blue over here. So I don't know. Let's see what happens anyway. So your darkening patina, this is Swellegant Darkening Patina. Usually we have a whole bunch. Javi just told me, yay, we're out. I'm just about out. There's one bottle. So I will, when I go upstairs, make an order, and we will get some real quick because I don't like to be out of it ever. I'm never out of it down here. Because it is the coolest product. If you want a dark patina on something, you can get a dark patina on this stuff fast if you use heat. And here's how I'm going to do it. So I put this back in the middle of my cinder block. So I have this, you know, when I use the torch, it's far away from me. Put my lock on so it'll stay on. And I'm sorry you can't really see that so much. Back behind me, you could see it more. What I'm doing, guys, is I'm really not caring to add patina here. If a little bit comes in, it does. But I'm heating this up so that the darkening patina will work, okay? Because it works best with patina. Now, if you don't feel good to use it with a torch, you can use a really super hot heat gun. And it won't add a lot. You can raise a little patina with a super hot heat gun. But the main thing you want to do here is you want to heat it. You want to get it really good and hot. A super hot heat gun will get it good and hot. So I have my little ice resin brushes, which are really handy dandy. And I'm just going to kind of stick this in here. Look how fast that goes on the heat. It just takes care of it, right?
Yeah, it does.
I'm going all up in here.
It goes really fast.
Yeah, I'm going up in here. I'm just going to start with this now to see, you know, what I get. Because like I say, you know, no two of these are ever going to come out the same. See, it looks like it's already cooling down over here. No two of these are ever going to come out the same. I need more heat. I need more heat. Okay, set that aside because you don't want to be torching on that. Okay, but you can torch on it on here. That's fine. So I'm just going to dry it up a little bit and add a little bit more heat. This will deepen a little bit. You don't want to get too much on here because it'll start to turn not black. And I'll show you that in a minute or two or three. But I just want to get this, you know, on here. I needed a little bit more heat to do what I wanted to do. This is so much fun, you guys. You know, don't be afraid of it. Just be safe. Get yourself some cheap cookie pans and set them up the way I have. You can get a cinder block many places. You might even be able to get one at the hardware store. A brick. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money on. I used to carry them, but then when I would send them out, a lot of times they got broke in the mail, and so I just said, well, you know, there are a lot of ways that you can get a cinder brick. Just go to the hardware wherever they carry that kind of stuff and You can probably get one there too. Or online, different places. Okay, so I'm getting a good bit of color. See, it's just, you're never going to match that unless you like use paint pens or something. And that color would be difficult to match, but you can make it really interesting. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot for really interesting. How's that? In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this a little bit more, and I'm going to try to tone that down a little bit with some darkening patina. So we'll have a little bit better, match maybe. Let's try it. Yep. Okay. I didn't want to go out all the way with this at this time, but anyway. Now, sometimes when you heat something up really good, it will go ahead and get you something on the back too. Not always though. See, it did a little bit. We got some of that rainbow color there on the back. If you're good with that, you can leave it that way. You'll have to seal it. Just do some matte spray lacquer, you're good. Couple light misting coats, let them dry in between, you're good. But if you would like it to be more even, then do what I did on top. Same thing. Darkening solution, darkening patina is very inexpensive, so it's not going to cost you much to, experiment with it. So anyway, so for now I'm worried about the front. What am I going to do with this front? Well, first thing I have to do is, since I just got that hot, I need to get her down in here a little bit. And that didn't even sizzle, so it had begun to cool off already. It generally does. If you just leave it sit there, probably 5-6 minutes, it might be cool enough to touch to pick it up. But, you might want to use tongs or a pair of pliers like I have there to try. I have a good pair of tongs for this too. Do you think I could find them today? No. So anyway, so now, I don't want to go ahead and put more heat on that right now. I want to kind of see where I am with this. So I got a piece of paper towel. I'm just going to kind of dry it up really good like this. Just to kind of see what I've got under there. What did I do, How far did I get with my plan? Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. In fact, that's kind of richer than this is. And I thought this was pretty good. Huh. Interesting. So what will I do? Well, I think, now you can go any number of ways. You can leave it alone if you want. You can distress it a little bit with the paper towel even. You can see as I'm doing it, wipe it a little bit off, because at this stage, it's still very transient. You got it, but it's not going to stay like that if you don't do something to it, You got to do something about it. But I'm kind of liking it the way it is. So, but I see a lot of detail in here that's a little bit obscured and would probably benefit from the use of a little bit of steel wool, which I was using before I got on here, and then I noticed I've got steel wool scrids all over my shirt. But, oh well, I'm a working girl today. So I'm going to do that back here. Can they see me back here doing this?
Not really.
Not much. Really. I don't want to get it on here because this stuff could be.
You're right.
Just
do it by the side.
Just could be a little bit flammable, maybe. I'm not sure, but I don't want to.
Yeah, test it.
No. So I'm just kind of getting a little bit of this off, a little bit, raising a little bit of patina. I had a nice manicure, but not no more. I did my manicure the other day. I hadn't done one for a long time, and I was on, some of you might know I was on JTV the other day representing 1928. It went really well. It was 2 hours with Jennifer Miller, who's a scream. I really enjoyed her very much. And we will be going back on in February, which is also very cool. But what does that have to do with mixed media jewelry making? Nada. Nothing. Perfectamente nada. Nothing. This is what we are, okay, at Bisu Boutiques. I enjoyed that. I love me some 1928. I love talking about it. I love vintage jewelry, but this is what we do. So I'm happy to be back to it today. And look at what I did. I got, this one's still pretty yellow. This one's kind of, So I have an idea about this guy here. Let's try it. I'm going to put this back on here. And this is something I did on the other piece too. I am going to get it hot. Come on, baby. You gotta work. Come on. Are we out? Oh, here we go. I'm always wondering about running out of this stuff. I only have 4 torches. This is the only one that had any power today. You can tell I've been down here for a while. I gotta get them things taken care of. Okay, it's good and hot now, so shut it off. Put it facing the back there, so be safe. Now get right away. You don't want to let time pass because it will cool down really quick. And I put a little bit of that on there, a little bit of that on there, and we're going to gray that right down. Now that's kind of blue over there yet, but I don't know. I think this will look better. Okay. Now, to get that, it's pretty... I think I better dunk it. I don't want to, because I don't want to really take anything off that I liked, but I'm going to have to. So, you know what? I'll take it just by the one side, and I'll dunk it. I hope you can see me dunking it. Here, I'll put this. I'm just going to do this side here into the wawa, into the agua.
What happens if you get the whole thing wet?
Well, it could take a little bit of my work away.
Okay. That's what I was
Which
thinking.
I would rather it didn't. But if it does, I can fix that up. I just rather not have to. Okay, so now it's wet. Yeah, I can touch it. No problems. So now I'll just dry it up, and we'll see what we got. We'll see what we have. We have now a very dark rose. Very dark, rich-looking rose. Let's see if I can get some of this off just with the paper towel. And maybe... Now this one was the one that was light before. Now this one's the one that's dark. Well, that was a weird noise, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know I was capable of such a noise. Anyway, yeah,
okay.
We had a really good time. Oh, Javi, she had it all lit up so perfect. We did it up in my office. It was a live feed from here because... with the COVID stuff going on, they want you to stay home, which is fine with me. I'm not getting on a plane right now till they get rid of that stuff. And that might be a while. So, anyway, but, we did have a fun time with it. I won't lie to you. And, I love to talk about 1920. After all, I spent 3 years writing that book, didn't I? But, I'm really anxious to going back to being me, now. Which me? What is me? I'm part 1928. Oh, yes, I am. I love it. It's in my blood. But this is like... I was looking at some of my old videos this morning. I'm like, this is me. This is me doing this stuff. This is me. I'm a maker. Just like you guys. I'm a maker. So, look. It came out pretty good. It's still a little bit blue there. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put a tad bit more on there and see if I can kind of get more uniform. It's just, you can just play with this stuff. It's... just have fun with it. Yeah, this will probably do it.
Yeah.
There's always a fix for it. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I'm going to pick that up and stick that side into the water bowl. The dirty old water bowl. Hey, it's serving its purpose. We don't care. This is a messy workshop. This is where working people are. This girl needs to be working down here more. Okay. Yeah, I darkened it up. I just got to kind of distress it out. Yeah. Distress it out and get it to look a little bit more like the other side. And we will be good. First, I always try with the paper towel first to buff it back because, I don't want to, get it all the way back to the brass. It's takes all my work away. Another thing you do with this back, you could just get the spray paint out, like charcoal black, maybe color, or dark brown or something, and just hit that, cover that up if you want. Or leave it. It's up to you. You are the designer. How many times have I told you that, right? You're the one. Okay, so it's not just the same, but it's similar, But I'm going to take a little bit off the top of that maybe there and see what happens, just because I can. And see if I could get it to match up just a little bit more. Not bad. Not bad. I'm happy with that. So what could I do to this now? Well, I could add perfect pearls maybe and some other stuff. So we'll see. We have a minute to try it. We'll try it at the end. But I want to show you one more thing in this one. If we don't get to that today, we'll do it in the next one, okay? First of all, you know how to make it look like that. And you know how to make it look like that on the back. Because all you do is repeat, okay? Repeat the same stuff. So it came out pretty good. See, here's the original one that I first did and the one we did together. This is still a little bit dark, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So much potential there to add color. Oh, man. There is. You betcha. Okay, so now, going back, I have this piece I've already done. I've run some, heat on it already to get, some color going. So it's on the back, too. It's so crazy, isn't it, how it tends to do this? Like one side's like a blue and one side's a copper. But this is what's so strange. This one's blue here. This one's blue here. This one's copper here. This one. It's the same piece. Maybe it depends on how they struck the sheet brass to with the die. I don't know. Sheet brass can vary too, so it could have been a different sheet of brass also. All right, so now what we're going to do is very simply we're going to add some heat. Come on, there we go. I don't need to like darken the patina a whole lot more or anything, although if it happens, it happens. It's not a big deal. Okay, I just really want to get it hot right now. You see, I got those little. Do you see the little sparks flying there?
Yep.
That's why it has to be on here like this. That's why you got to have it pointing back, and you got to get it right over the piece you're working on. Look at that. Whoa, it's going fast. Oh yeah. And we're probably only gonna do half, because it'll cool down too much if I do the whole thing. So, and there's a little technique with this that I want to show you that you can do that's just a little bit different, okay? And how you can achieve it. So I'm going to do just that much for now, okay? And now, since it's still hot, I don't want to get it, pick it up. But I need to move it a little bit, so I just moved it around with the brush end. Okay, now I'm going to go over this again. I'm going to go right over that darkening patina, and I'm going to go in kind of sideways, like this. And look at what happens. It gets this really cool, random, musty, dusty blue patina on it. It looks so old. Oh my goodness. Looks like it was buried in the ground someplace for a while. Shoved in a box and forgotten for 100 years, doesn't it? Can you shut that off? Stop, I say. Doesn't it though? I mean, this is what I did, same thing. This is a little bit more blue, so we'll see what we can do to fix that up too. But anyway, it just, and then when it's still hot, I can dab a little bit more of this on, just any of the places that I missed, it'll just take it, because it's hot now, and then we can proceed. So I'll take my pliers. Butter if you have tongs. I just don't know where I put them. This is working just fine, so long as you don't touch it. That's the main thing. Okay? All right, I'll put a little bit there too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some this on after I heat the whole piece again. But on this side, I'm going to heat it. Isn't this crazy how that turns? I think it's so awesome. It's different than I've done on here before, when I did the videos for you guys. And it all has to do, it seems like, you have to have this darkening patina on there. You kind of have to have little puddles of it, You have to have it really loaded up good. See, can you see the little puddles of it going in the recesses? I don't know that this would work too good on, say, a flat piece that had no dimension, no relief to it, no, up and down, nothing on it. I don't know how well it would work. Because it seems to need to grab into those little crevices and stuff. See if I can get a little bit more in this rose so it'll go. Okay. All right, now the thing to do is get out the thing again, torch, and we're going to go in. Come on. There we go. I'm going to go in kind of sideways. See how I'm doing that? Now you got to stay tight to it. You don't want your flame going off this piece and somewhere where it doesn't belong and creating problems for you, right? Just go in sideways and you'll be fine. And it's just so funny how it takes. One side will take different than the other. Something now here that comes along. The blue is coming right up now. It's getting super hot, and I am close this time. Normally, oops. Did we lose our heat? Did we lose our torch? Let's see. Let's try it again. Might have lost all of our torch. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's getting low. Try it again. Yeah, it needs gas. Okay, well, It takes a little bit while to put the gas in. If you want to know how to put gas into it, though, I have a video on it. That one I did for Blazer. We can even put the
link above.
yeah. With link. But this pretty much did it anyway. I mean, you could see where I was going with it, and I'm liking it. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm liking this.
The darker side, yeah.
I'm sorry, bring it down. I'm liking this more than this, maybe. I don't know. I think it's just something you do it, and you do it over again, and you do it over again until, you know, you get a real beat going with it, till you kind of get a sixth sense for what it's going to do, that piece of brass. But, I mean, this is not bad like this. I'm going to throw it down in there because it's hot. And then I'm going to work with this one since it looks like I'm out of gas. I should have filled it up first. I'm just a little bit addled from my experiences this week. It was pretty hairy getting all that ready for JTV. And you can see it didn't do much on the back, so you would need to, you know, repeat that. Anyway, I basically showed you how to get that color so long as you have enough, you know, gas in your little torch. Butane it is. You'll be fine. But that's how I achieved this. So let's just, you know, for lack of time and all that, we're going to work on the pieces we have gotten done now and just see what we can do with them. So, for this part, whoopsie.
Whoopsie, the
Sorry
camera.
about that. Are we okay?
Yeah.
I didn't do too bad?
No, but you did smack it.
I smacked the camera. Oh, there you go. Especially since that's yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to move this stuff out of the way. Let's see if I can reach over here and get my paper back. Oh. Crash! I can feel it coming. Crash! Nope. Okay, this is my paper from the last time. I'm just going to take it and fold it so that I have a clean working surface. Don't need a big one. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, this is so much fun. I tell you what, somebody said the other day, I was on here looking at my YouTube, and somebody said, oh man, if I had a workshop like that, I'd never come out of it. I'm like, yeah, I need to get back to that, because I love it. I love making, and I like to do, you know, the outside the box stuff. I don't know really how to do, you know, the real silversmithing type stuff, you know. I don't really know how to do it. All I know how to do is this outside the box MacGyver stuff. But hey, it all works. I've sold a lot of pieces of my work, so somebody must have liked it, right? You bet. I did. Okay, so I'm going to throw that out. So now I've got stuff to work with. I think I'm going to work with these two guys here first. So I need my steel wool. I'm going to buff this back a little bit and see what happens when I lift a little bit of this off. So I'm just going to, I'm gentle with it. You know, I'm not going like that. I'm just kind of, you know what else works good for this too? And I don't have one down here, but I always have one upstairs. Is a nail block. A nail reliefing block is really good. So I'm raising a little bit of gold on there, which actually I think is kind of good. That's up to you though. You know, you might have liked it just the way it was, which is fine. If you liked it the way it was, then it's time to seal it. As soon as it's, you know, dry and as soon as it's cooled down, you're good. Time to do that. This is what we specialize in at Bisou Boutiques, mixed media and vintage design. Most all the stuff I have goes to vintage. But yeah, I'm getting most of my mixed media product back. I have let it go for a while because it's heavy and, you know, you hardly make your money back on it till you pay the heavy shipping over, and we have free shipping, you know, over 50. So it was kind of killing me. But then I thought, no, they come to buy the brass. You know, you need to make it a little easier for them. So anyway, so I'm getting some of it back. But yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? You like that? I'm liking that. I'm just really curious to see what it would look like if I put a little bit of perfect pearls on that. I don't know, it might wreck it completely, or it might be wonderful. Sometimes, you know, you need to say enough's enough and back off. Maybe this is one of those pieces. Oh, I wish this was live because then you guys could tell me what to do. We have so much fun on Sunday nights. You know, we do stuff like this every Sunday night live on my Facebook page, on my Bisou Boutique's homepage for my business. Every Sunday night, or nearly every Sunday night. Once in a while we take a little break. I'm intended to be there this week. Hope so. As long as Javi can make it and I'm not too worn out. I'm feeling okay though. So I'm going to take a little bit of this off of here. I've got, this side, I'm loving how this looks on this side. I could probably darken this side up too if I went back and had a little bit more torch power, And let me just see what I can do. Sometimes, you get a little high and a little low on one side and it's okay. Especially if you put some stuff over it, like your paint pens and stuff like that. I have to say though, this stuff makes a mess. It makes a mess. Yeah, somebody's walking across. Somebody's walking around across the room upstairs. That's John. I can always tell it's him. My husband.
I hear somebody walking.
Hopefully the toilet doesn't flush now. Like it did one time. Oh, that was so embarrassing.
It's okay, we have to pee.
We have what?
I said people have to pee.
That's true. Not too elegant to say so. But,
I know, but
hey.
We're all human.
We're all human.
I think everybody needs to go.
Everybody needs to go, but you should see what Javi. She's big signs that she made.
Yeah,
they go
I did.
Up every week. Take the phone off the hook. No answer to the phone. I'm putting on Perfect Pearls medium. You don't have to put this on first. Just to.
Could you use the Stampington thingy?
Yeah, we have this too, Stampendous.
Stampendous, that's what it is.
This one, we have the big pad like this too. This is like the little sample pad that comes in the kits, which we're sold out of, but they're on their way. Of course. But anyway, this is just a little one. And I like working with a little one because it's, you can get in the cracks more. You can make sure you get your stuff on. But you need to get it covered real good because if you go and put that powder on without putting this down first, nothing's going to happen.
Oh, nothing will take pretty much.
No, it won't. So now I'm going to cover this up because I don't want it to dry out. Now I've got my brush over here. I've got some blue. Let's see what happens first. Where should I start? Start here. Stab it. Oh,
that looks gorgeous.
Oh. That's a sickening sound. Anyway, that's amazing. Look at this. Sometimes a little bit of unevenness to it is wonderful because it enhances the aged look, Is this amazing? Yeah. Look at this. Just a little bit of something, and oh my goodness, you just changed it up so much. And you can rub over it with your finger. Of course, you're going to have a blue finger when you're done, but it'll wash right off. It's pretty I haven't looked, but I think it's pretty non-toxic. It's all water-based, I know that. You can get a little bit over here, too, maybe? What do you think? How do you think that is?
We need a purple.
I need purple. That's not purple.
Oh, man.
That's silvery. I have purple coming, though. And let me tell you what I want to do with the purple. I'm going to go over black with that. It's going to be amazing. You wait. You're going to be saying, oh, I want purple. No, don't worry, because I will have some when that comes in, because I don't have any right now. Okay, I think I need a little bit more right in there. Then I'm thinking I might need a little bit of metallic hint on it. Just a little bit of metallic. I don't want to distress it again because it'll take off, some of the stuff, and I don't want it to do that. And I'm polluting my brush, sticking it back in there. You really shouldn't do that. You should really dump it out first and use it off your work surface or from a cup or something like that. Anyway, it's getting in there. It's just a little difference to it. It is what it is,
Yeah.
Of course, if I'd had more, fuel in my torch.
It's okay.
So beat me. I hope you don't give me a thumbs down for that. I wasn't trying to be negligent and waste your time. I always say, a lot of people say this is what they like about our videos, is I show you what not to do.
That's true.
I do the goofs and I leave them go. I'll let you see what not to do. But anyway, this is mighty fine, I think. This is mighty fine. And then, of course, if you want to finish this, you can do spray paint, or you can leave it alone if you want. Or you can do the same thing to the back with the darkening patina. I love this. It still needs something though to me. It needs a little bit of metallic. So I have this Perfect Pearls copper here. I'm going to go really slow and easy with this because I don't want to goof up anything. But I'm going to put my stuff back on here. I just want to put it in a few little cracks and crevices. Sometimes when you add a little bit of metallic, boy, it brings something to life. It really does. Okay, so let's just get a little bit on here. I'll flick a little bit out, and here's, I'll pollute the whole cup with anything. That's fine. That's probably more than enough. A little bit goes a long way. A pot of this stuff will last you a long time. It really will. Okay, so I've got some on the brush. I've got it knocked off my brush for the most part. So I'm just adding a little bit. And you know, as you go, you know, use your finger and kind of buff it back, rub it back a little bit. Yeah, it's hardly see anything because I'm not using much, and then I'm buffing it out right away. And a little bit there. Kind of match it up on that side. And it will take on your high spots most of all first. That's where you're going to see it most at first. This right here, this flower, it needs lifted a little bit, and then it'll look more like that. So let's do it. Like I say, I don't like to do this after I've put the Perfect Pearls because then it removes it, but we need a little lift right here. So I'm trying to concentrate our efforts right in here on this flower. To my mind anyway, we need it. Now, if I want to put this on, I've got to put more of this, again, because it's not going to stay unless you coat it. Now I'm going to do a little of this. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Over this blue. I think it's done. What do you think? What do you think? A little bit more in here maybe? A bit more of that blue. See if I can pick up the blue. Scrub that down into there a little bit. Sometimes you take a little wet wipe, take it off. You don't want it there. It's so easy. And like I say again, if you're afraid of the torch, you don't have one, and you want to play, hey, don't worry, go get your heat gun out. As long as it's a really good hot one, you're good. It'll work. It just won't make that rainbow effect. You might get a little bit of that, but not a lot. It's not what it does. This must be drying up. Okay, alrighty. So, this is what I did with one that looks kind of like this. So I could keep going and make this one look like this too. Maybe I'll save this for Sunday night and we'll do it together again. But I won't be using my gun upstairs. I won't be using my torch upstairs. I only use it down here. But that came out pretty nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just going to try a little something on this, since I have it here. I'm going to scrub this back right here because there's nothing on this one and a lot on this one. So I take a little bit of that off. Yep. Get the flowers raised a little bit because those are high points. Okay, color. Now I got to do this again. And you don't want to see all this torch stuff or the patina stuff first. You know, just scrub it back and distress it to where you like it. Don't seal anything until you are completely done, okay? And then once you get your Perfect Pearls on the way you like them, then don't scrub over it again unless you want to lift some of it off, because you'll be sad. We'll take it off. Let's try a little green on this one to see, just for the hay of it. Okay, that's too much. I made a mess. That was waste. I don't have to get thrown out. This has kind of a bluish feel to it over this patina. I think my stamp pad's getting a little weak too. I need to swap that out. I got more of them. I just want to add a little something, something to this, you know? Just a little something, something. And then I'll take my copper and I'll just kind of swoop over the edges a little bit. It just makes it look old and interesting, like me. I'm old and interesting. At least I hope I am. If I'm not, don't spoil my dream. Oh, I'm goofy. But I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Now, if for you that's too much, then you know what you do. You get your steel wool out and you go over it again. It's as easy and as simple as that. Easy and as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up for today. These are the two we worked on and got them pretty much how we liked them. I think I'll go ahead and seal these pretty much the way these are. And then I'm going to save this one and this one for Sunday night. When we get together, come on over to the Bisou Boutiques page. Not the Bisou Boutiques Creative Group, although we love to see you there too. Come and join us there. But this is at my Bisou Boutiques page, so you can come there even if you're not a member of the group. If you're not into the group thing.
On Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. You got to come on Facebook, Bisou Boutiques page on Facebook. Maybe Javi can get you a link to
Get you a link, yeah.
that page. 7 o'clock EST, most every Sunday. We're there. You know, give or take 5 minutes. We'll be showing up. And this is what we're going to work on this Sunday, which will be, let's see, today is the 9th. So that will be the 11th? Yeah, Sunday the 11th.
Yeah.
Is when we'll be there. So come on over. We'll finish these two together on there. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get these drilled out and I'll even make something from one of them. So we can see what it looks like all done. So, yay! Okay, I hope you'll come. It's really fun. We have a blast. You'll meet a lot of new friends, too, and that's always a wonderful thing. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned something interesting and new today, and you want to go try it out. And remember, you don't have to have a torch, just a hot heat gun. Won't raise the patina, but it'll make it hot enough to use the darkening patina. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one next week on Friday, which we'll do some more colorization. It'll be a different type, okay? So come back, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.